Hi guys, welcome back again. This is Tony with Backwoods Biker. Going to be taking a look at another BattlBox for you. This is BattlBox mission number 45. Hang tight, we'll be right back. So, I just got this box a couple days ago, come in from a deer hunt this morning, and I decided to open up the box because I heard a lot about it, and I should have took it out with me when I went out to the hunt today, because this is all about hunting. And, you know, sorry, but I already opened it up. I wanted to see what was up in here, get some pricing for you and all that. So we're going to look at this, mission number 45. And I got to tell you, all the battle boxes that we have looked at for the past few months have been top-notch. And, you know, I saw a video on this just this morning, as a matter of fact. Man, some people would gripe over an ice cream cone, you know, and I just couldn't get it. But let's just see this together here. And again, the way that they do their program is it's based on a 4-tier system: the basic, the advanced, the pro, and the pro plus. They start out at $24.99 and go up to $149.99, and they always give you the value, you know. So let's just get right off into this box right away here, okay? All right, so first thing that you're going to find in here is a collapsible bow gun. Now, not everybody got these, because there are some states that do outlaw these. Now, I was asked if you could hunt with these things, and I got to be honest with you. The darts that come with these are not big enough to do too much damage to too many things. You might take down a squirrel with this, you might take down a rabbit with this in close enough range, but you're not going to do much damage beyond that. This is for fun more than anything else, I believe, unless you shoot somebody in the eye with it, and that wouldn't be fun for them. All right, they give this a value of $13.99, and we found it on the internet for $13.99. The next thing is a Smithfield Caping Knives 3-pack. That's this guy right here. All right, let's take one of these dudes out. Now, these are disposable caping knives. You can't change the blades on these, but they're pretty decent stainless steel, and I think they're, man, they are sharp. Look at that, taking a hair right off there. Got a few knives to look at today, so I'm going to be careful with how much I do that. But these are nice little knives to have when you're skinning game. You know, put them in your hunting kit. You can put them in your fishing kit, whatever. You know, but they're great for skinning stuff. All right, the third thing in here. And I like these, the Dakota line snares. There's a 3-pack of snares that come in this particular mission, and I took them out just to examine them, because a lot of people send you snares that you couldn't catch a cold with, really. But these particular Dakota snares are pretty decent. They're nice and stout. They got a good swivel on them. They terminate very, very well. They're not going to be pulled apart by your catch, you know. But I will tell you this, a lot of guys that are going to get these have never ever used a snare before. And this is what I would tell you. You know, because we've had this discussion a lot of times about, you know, if something goes bad, you know, guys are going to take their shotguns and their rifle and their sidearm out into the bush with them, you know, to get out. Listen, I don't argue with that, but at some point your shotgun shells are going to go, your rifles rounds are going to go, and your sidearm rounds are going to go. You're going to run out at some place, and then what are you going to do? Well, that's what these are about, long-term sustainability, okay? You got to check with your state, your local laws about, you know, what you can do with these. But if you're in an emergency situation and you got to do some trapping and you want to do it with a snare, these are great snares. Now, this is what I tell you. If you've never done it before and you don't know that much about trapping, you can get out on YouTube, look up Dave Canterbury. That guy is a long-term sustainability advocate. I mean, you hear him talking about long-term sustainability all the time. I'm with you, Dave, on that. You know, and he's got a lot of good videos that you can watch, and he's also got a lot of good stuff out on his website. Okay, let's go here to this next one. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Home Butchering. Oh, by the way, hold on, man. I'm getting so fast here. I need to slow my roll. All right, because I got to tell you, the caping knives, they got them down for $9.99. And that's about right. You go out on the web, that's what you'll find them at. The Dakota line snares at $4.99 for a 3-pack. That's a little light because these will run you probably around $2.50 a piece if you buy them singly. Sometimes even higher than that. So that's a good buy as far as I'm concerned. And then this last thing in the basic is The Ultimate Guide to Home Butchering. A nice book here. My buddy Danny bought this book 2 months ago. He paid $15 for this, and I tell you what, if you want to learn about how to process game, it's got everything in here you can imagine. Deer, rabbit, lamb, chickens, just everything. He's even got a chapter on how to do a hog, so I'm always somebody that's big on great illustrations too, man. Can you see that? Anyway, but for 15 bucks, that's a good book, but they have got it down here for $10.28. So, $10.28 compared to the $15 price, that's another good buy. Anytime you can put a book in your library, you're putting some corn in the crib, okay? So, let's look at the next one there, all right? And they give this a value of $39.25. We got it a little bit higher than that. We're at about $46. All right, the advanced, the cost on this is $49.99 to you, and they give it a value of $78.20. And this first tool on here that I'm going to show you, man, everybody that's a deer hunter or a big game hunter at all ought to have one of these. It's made by Outdoor Edge. Outdoor Edge makes some good stuff. And if you've ever been out field dressing a deer and you got to the place where you're opening him up, getting the hide off of the skin on the inside there, and you went down with your own knife, your buck or whatever you had, and you ended up perforating, that's a bad thing, man. Especially if you go all the way through and hit the stomach, or oh Lord have mercy, man, you snap a bladder, you're gonna have some funky meat. But these are designed to be able to get up under there. You put your fingers up under there and you just slide this right all the way up to the throat. And it can't cut anything underneath because of the fact that there is no edge on the bottom. You see it's got a nice flat edge on it, and the tip is flat also. But this blade part, I'm going to tell you something, man, that dude is sharp. And it'll make quick work of you processing a deer. Now they've got this set down at $26.95, and we were looking at about $27.95 on there. So there's a couple dollars difference. It still saved you a couple bucks. It's a great tool to put in your kit, man, if you're going to be out deer hunting or, any big game. These are really, really handy to have. Okay, so the next thing is, the silent retriever. Now listen, you ever been up in a deer stand and you drop something? What'd you do? You had to, if it was important to you and you had to have it right now, I don't know what that could be, but if you drop something and it goes down on the floor of the forest, you have to get down out of your deer stand. You're making all that racket as you're getting down, and you've messed up your hunt. That's the truth. So what they did at Silent Retriever is they come up with this gizmo, almost like a little grappling hook, and you tie, some 550 to it, and you can lower it down without ever getting it down and making no noise, and this will pick up whatever ails you, my man. It'll get it for you. It's very sharp, nice and handy. And they give this a value of $12, and when we went out on the web, that's exactly what we found it for also. Now, they give this a $78.20 value, and we are at $80.20, $2 difference, so there you save a couple bucks with that, all right? Then you go to the pro level, right? This costs $99.99, and they give it a $168.10 value. All right, and the first thing that they got in here, now listen, here's another thing. These are very, very handy to have, and almost essential if you're going to be out in the field and you're going to be doing deer. Now you see how big this is? It fits in a backpack. It'll fit in a basket pack, whatever you're going to carry out there to the field with you. These are great to have with you, and I'm going to show you why on the inside of here. This will make you happy. All right, this is an 8-piece game processing kit. All right, and it's got everything in here you're going to need to process your deer when you're out there. All right, comes with some gloves. I don't know how many pairs in there, and I'm not going to count them either. I'm just going to tell you there's rubber gloves that are up in here for you. Little vinyl gloves is what they are. Keep you from getting all nasty and funky while you're processing your meat. And then this here is very, very handy. You know, I mean, a lot of guys don't have these because they don't have this kit. But this is a rib cage spreader. When you're processing gear, you get to that point where you got to open up the rib cage, you know, and you're fighting it and everything. This will keep you from having to fight anything. All right, so that's a great little add here. And then the next thing you got is a bone saw. Now, the next 4 things that I'm going to show you, including this bone saw, what impressed me the most is this rubberized, I think they call it a TPR type of handle. It's textured, it's rubber, it's soft. And the reason that's important to me is because of the simple fact that twice in my lifetime I've cut myself pretty good processing deer because I slipped on the handle. You get blood, you get sinew, you get fat on your hands, and you're slick as all get out, man. You can't hardly hold anything. But this particular one here, and all, like I said, 4 of them have this handle here. All the cutting bladed instruments up in here have this handle on them. Now it's made out of stainless and heavy duty stainless and just the right size. Okay, so that's a great one there. I like that. And then the 3 knives they have, they start out with a boning knife, nice and textured, fits my big hands pretty well. 90-degree spine on there if you have to get yourself a little spark off your ferro rod. That'll do the job. And are these sharp? Let's check this out. I'm sure these are. Oh yeah, look at that. Oop. I'm gonna have a bald hand for this is over with. That's a great little boning knife. And the next knife that's up in here is a skinning knife. This is got a nice little gut hook on it. And I'm checking these. These are full tang knives. Yeah, I know that just from experience, I know that these are out. Let me see. Does this paper even say what it is? Yes, sir. It is a full tang. All of them are full tang knives. All right. And they call this handle a rubberized TPR handle, but perfect. All right. And then it's got the caping knife on it, and this is another stout one here. And oh my, well, look at there. Now see, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to just recommend that if you get this kit, that what you need to do is you need to take a little stone or some sandpaper and soften that finger choke, because man, that could probably cut you. That could probably cut you, and that's not designed to cut fingers, all right? But perfect size for a little caping knife, all right? And then the last thing that's in this kit is they put a sharpener in here with you also, you know. Nice. Let's see what this feels like. Oh yeah. You hear that? That's saying, I'm sharpening. I'm sharpening. Okay. So you get that 8-piece kit in there, and they give this kit a value. Let me see here. What they got this at? They got this kit at $64.95, and again, I think that's a little light. Because they run anywhere from, you know, $65 to $70, depending on what website you get it off of. But for me, that is well worth that, especially when you're out in the bush and you don't have one. You're going, man, I wish I had that with me right now. All right, and the next thing we have here is from Michael Hawk. It's an arrowhead set with a carrying case. You ever see anything from Michael Hawk? Michael Hawk puts together some really neat designs, and let's see what these look like. You know, I've already looked at 2 sets of arrowheads in different subscription boxes this fall, and both of those prior sets, I don't even know what's in here, but both of those prior sets was, man, one of them was real flimsy. The other one was just way too short to do anything. But I'm looking at these, and already they look like they're high carbon steel. Yeah, Yeah, there you go. Now this one isn't real sharp. You'd have to sharpen these, I'm sure. The point on it though would do the dude. But all you got to do is split yourself a shaft down the top, stick this in here, and then put you a lashing on there. You got yourself a hunting weapon, a defensive weapon, whatever you might need. You've got it there. And there are 5 different types of tips in here. And then look at here. This is probably my favorite when I look at these. Yeah, look at it. That is not flimsy, man. That's going to last you a lifetime there. You take care of it. All right. Frog gig, fish gig. You're eating if you have one of these with you there. All right. And there's a little card in here. Oh, okay. Gives you some instructions on how to do this, on how to lash these together. That's good. I'm glad that's in there. But this is a good thing to have in your kit, and they're so small. Man, they'll fit anywhere. You can put them in your pocket. You can put them in your haversack. I mean, just whatever. You know, they're not going to take up no room, and you're eating, and that is what's important. Okay. Now the cost on this thing here, they say, is $24.95, and that's about what we found it for also on there. So far, this here is we got it at a couple more dollars higher if you buy it somewhere else. You know, so you get a good buy there. That's a good one. And then last but not least is the Pro Plus level. This is the knife of the month. It's $149.99, and including everything here, they give the knife and this a $258.09 value. And this knife comes from Buck and Bear. It's the Survival Piranha knife. Now, if you've never seen anything by Buck and Bear, they make some pretty good products. And this particular knife here, there is no specs on this knife anywhere, so we're just going to look at it together. It's D2 steel, I can tell you that, only because it says D2 here on the side of that knife. Buck and Bear knives, nice little survival style knife. Fits well in the hand. It's got a nice little pommel, crushing pommel on the back. The lanyard hole is kind of oblong, and I'm one of these guys, if you're going to put a lanyard hole on a knife, put it there big enough to put 550 in it. Just in case somebody does actually want to use a lanyard. But this is a full tang light knife. It's got some nice jimping on the top. And where it comes up on the hilt, that's pretty much where your fingers are just going to lie. I mean, you can see that right there, right? Okay. Now, that's pretty nice. Now let's see if this is sharp. I already took most of the hair off my hand right here. Yeah, we'll just take off the rest of it right there. Look at that. That's a pretty nice little knife right there. Good weight on it, put together heavy, and the sheath, look at the sheath. Nice Kydex sheath, and also it's got a wonderful little belt clip. I do like these belt clips on here. These are handy dudes, man. They are very, very handy. Oh, look at that. See? Yes, sir. That's stout. Okay, so that's all the stuff from BattlBox Mission 45 Hunting 2.0. Now, I got an email asking me why I had not reviewed this. And to be honest with you, they had a little problem with some logistical problem, you know, from a supplier, I believe. Made this box a little bit late. No big deal. It got here. And I still got plenty of deer hunting left in me for the season. And I'm going to take it out with all my other little gizmos, and we're going to have a good time with this kit. So, now listen, you know something else I want to tell you about while I'm here is that we're going to be looking at one more of their boxes this year, the December box. I have no idea what's going to be in it, what's going to come, but as I said, so far we are very, very happy to have them on board for our project that we're doing, and you know, it's always been a great value. Now there's something else I just saw in here, and this is something that's cool with BattlBox. I don't know how they do it, but they always end up putting a card in here. Some of their vendors. This one comes from Silent and Retriever, that retriever I showed you, and it says here this is strictly from BattlBox, okay? But it's a 25% off promo code that's right here at the bottom of this. You know, I'm not going to tell you what the code is because then you cheat and get out there and get it yourself. But it expires on 12/15, so if you're going to go out there and get this box, you better hurry up right now and get this thing to get this promotional code. And then also, this one comes from Buck and Bear. All right, and this one's 20% off. And there is no expiration on this one here. You know, I think, you know, why would you even do that? That's not BattlBox did that. I'm sure that Silent Retriever did that. But it's still, you know, it's 25% off if you want to take advantage. This one's 20%. And I think almost every box that we've reviewed for them, it's had one of these cards in there. So, I mean, there's some more savings for you right there. So this is a pretty decent box. Hopefully you'll be seeing us one more time. You know, I'm expecting that next box to be coming here in just a couple weeks. But this one is a great one here, and appreciate everything you do for us, watching our videos, subscribing to us, which, by the way, let me tell you, it's December. Every month, whenever you subscribe, your name goes into a hat, and we pull names out, and we're giving away gifts all the time. But this month, it's going to be extra special. We're going to be giving away some bush butter from Wood Tramp Gear. We're going to be giving away some emergency candles. We're going to be giving away a knife, a really nice knife. I wish I knew which one it was. I'd show it to you and make your chops kind of slobbery there trying to get a hold of this knife. But all you got to do is subscribe and share and like us. You know, do all that type of stuff. You know, because it helps us out, and we appreciate it. So listen, y'all have a great holiday, and as always, you ride free, you live free. And man, be safe when you're out there hunting, okay? We'll see you next time.